It's time for slang.
We back. Welcome to the first episode of the season 2 of the Highline podcast on Conet Sports feed. By the a very deflated voice. Sorry about that. I'm just coming back from one of the craziest nights of my life.
It's plenty.
Very deflated but excited voice. It's me, the voice of reason, voice of truth, man who speaks the truth, only the truth, and nothing but the truth. It's Faye back again for another episode, and with me I have everyone's favorite rants man.
Rantman?
I
Is that my
mean,
name now?
Yeah, that's what they call you
Who?
on the podcast feed.
Rantman.
Yeah, because you always be ranting.
I'm not always ranting.
You do. Spock by United, just everything.
Sorry, it's just my passion. Nobody can beat me. That's the problem.
Yeah, but back in the booth is fun. So thank you for coming back for another episode.
We're back. We're back, baby. New season, new hopes. Actually, less hopes, basically.
New season, new hopes, new hair, new
skill-
style,
new style.
new opportunities.
Speaking
Yeah.
of new opportunities, he's injured.
5 weeks.
You know he's actually taking a... Oh, if you don't understand, it's Pogba. Pogba got injured with his meniscus. Like, I don't even know what's wrong with that guy, man. I think he's just injury prone and his career is just going down the hill now at this point.
Yeah, let's start with the transfer window. Let's start with the head scratchers of the window. Barcelona. I don't even like. One of my friends is a Barcelona fan. He says the rest of the world has money, but Barcelona then get doings because
He's doing it.
Because what did we do at this transfer window? I don't even understand it, bro. First of all, started with them being broke, renting out Camp Nou
For weddings, bro.
for weddings, and bro,
You can go play on Camp Nou as well, too.
and all of a sudden they're signing Rafinha, Lewandowski, Kunde,
Pablo
Um,
Torre.
who?
Pablo Torre.
Pablo Torre, Christensen, and then they've already
Kessie.
got Frank Kessie. Like, I don't even understand. Like, honestly, I can't put it into words, and I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert on the financial situation of Barcelona. But from the little I had read,
Mm-hmm.
this should not be possible.
It's really it's impossible. It's more than possible. I think people think like it's just a case of, it's just, let's be honest, like it's just Barcelona just selling their future for money now. Selling their future for money now. Like let me I don't know. I've read this thing too much, and because of because of one guy there, I've read it too much to understand what it is. So basically, Barcelona are selling their future rights to to people who want to buy them. So like now, there's a company called Sixth Street that is sold 25% of their future TV rights for 25 years for around 500 million. So that, but like let's say Barcelona now, it's basically a loan. Let's think about it that way. So they'll basically collect 500 million this year, and they're gonna every year. So let's say Barcelona gets 160 million every 160 million every year. They're going to literally give that team 25 over 100 times 160. That's like 40 million a year. They're giving that company 40 million a year for the next 25 years. And also they also sold I think around another 15% of their Barca studios to another company for 100 million, which was like a few days ago. So all this is just that they're getting money, balancing their books. They'll pay small debt up, but they're also buying players.
And that's what doesn't make sense to me because the imminent. I believe they're still in the market for more players right now
Bernardo Silva, apparently.
without being able to register some of the ones that they have, which is leading to them begging players to take pay cuts and promising to pay them back. And when the time
No,
is
this time it's not even pay cuts anymore. It's like for good wages forever.
They just asked Piqué
Yeah.
and Sergio Busquets to reduce their salary so they can register new signings. They're owing Frankie De Jong a ridiculous amount of money. In as much as they brought in a boatload of players, they still look like a shambles.
Not really. On the pitch, they look good.
Oh, no, on the pitch. I'm talking. It's never been on the pitch with
Yeah.
Barcelona. Only the past 2 years. They're not well thought out. They're just taking unreasonable risks as it stands. Because let's say Frankie doesn't leave, how the hell do you end up buying Lewandowski and Rafinha and not registering them? How's that gonna work?
At this point, I have realized that I cannot rule out Barcelona from doing what they want to do. I cannot rule it out because from what I can see from them, it's just a case of they always figure it out, but the long term consequences, like I said, all them selling their future rights is really, it's really, really striking. But according to them, they said the best way to get back up is to get success, is to assure success because they don't. Their fear is that they will get. Their fear is that they will eventually, like, if they don't get the success and get back up, they are never going to be able to like get back up to Real Madrid. Like Real Madrid will keep coasting and coasting and coasting.
Even at that, right now, I still think Real Madrid has a better team than Barcelona.
Right now,
Yes.
in terms of squad depth,
In terms of everything, I think Real Madrid is a better team, better coach team, has better players than Barcelona.
I kind of left to me. The players Barcelona are
Bro,
buying.
we always this thing about football fans. We always let shiny new
It's not
toys
shining new squad.
distract us from Real Madrid. Literally just added Chouameni to a midfield that consists of Camavinga, Modric,
Mhm.
Cruz, Casemiro, and Federico Valverde.
Yeah, I agree.
Benzema, I still expect another stellar season from him. If Vinicius is only gonna get better,
Eden
Rodrigo
Hazard
is only gonna. Eden Hazard seems like
is coming,
he has
bro.
his mindsets
He's
on it.
coming. He's coming, bro.
Crazy season. They added Rudiger, top 5 Premier League centre back last
This
season. Still have Militao, still have David Alaba, still have Danny Carvajal, still have who's the left back? Ferland Mendy,
Mhm.
and Courtois is finally staking his claim for the best goalkeeper in the world. So I don't see how they do not have a better team than Barcelona as it stands right now, even with all the additions and even with the potential addition of a Cucurella, like I was saying today, or probably
No, Cucurella
Bernardo
is a,
Silva.
Cucurella is troll accounts, bro. His troll accounts trying to
But
troll.
Bernardo Silva as well.
Like, are you sure? Like, I'm not saying Real Madrid.
Yes, of course I'm
saying,
sure.
I'm saying that they're closing that, like they've closed down the gap.
Close the gap from what to what.
It was 10 points last season that they.
So, but then Madrid is still better, and they're still going to get better, and they're in a much better financial position than
bro,
Barcelona.
let's not even talk about. But Real Madrid are in the best financial situation they have ever been in their life.
Exactly.
And I even forgot to mention Barcelona just took out a loan from Goldman Sachs to start rebuilding their stadium as well too.
And Madrid stadium will be done by 2023, I
Mhm.
believe.
Yeah. So, yes, in a long-term view, Madrid.
Short term, long term, Madrid is better than Barcelona in my opinion.
So,
Because when you think of it, the buying players like Aspilicueta.
no, that Aspilicueta Marcos Alonso thing, I don't get it at all. And let's be honest, they spent 50 million on Lewandowski for 30 or 34-year-old.
I just saying, even look at the midfield. Even with the addition of Bernardo Silva, that means they lose Frankie De Jong, and that means you have to rely on a midfield of Kessie, Bernardo, and possibly who Pedri.
Or Gavi
I don't think that's better than Real Madrid's midfield.
and Busquets as well too. Obviously, it's not better than Real Madrid's midfield, but I think like Barcelona from last season towards the end of last season, they looked good.
They did.
They
But
looked
Real Madrid
good.
looked better.
They looked good. In fact, let's be honest. They even destroyed Madrid on that day.
It happens.
They destroyed like that. They absolutely battered Madrid. I'm not saying they will win. Like, I feel like the league will be now much more closer than last season.
I still think Real Madrid got it though.
Like run away with it.
I still think that the clear favorites as it stands right now.
I don't think. I think it's gonna be a close race this year.
No.
Because the level, and I also think like that Champions League, like Barcelona. My only question is how good is Xabi as a manager? How good is Xabi as a because he's got
Champions League is up table.
Hmm?
They can't win the Champions League. I don't see it happening.
You don't see that happening?
No. Too many good teams for Barcelona to win the Champions League. Too many. Starting with Real Madrid.
I mean, I love the villain story from Madrid.
Dembele, I respect Dembele. I respect Dembele. He's not better than Mbappe, but I respect Dembele. He's a pure hooper in basketball terms.
Yeah.
I like the addition of Rafinha. I'm not gonna be salty about it.
Ansu Fati's back.
Ansu is back. I need to see more from him. He's still relying on his hype from his youth days.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Since he came into the senior scene, he
injured.
hasn't done much.
But he's been injured. He's been injured.
But even the games I've seen, he hasn't impressed me much.
That's okay, but he's been injured. Like we need, also.
There's nothing wrong with me saying he has to show that he's
Oh yeah,
worth the
no.
hype.
I'm not saying he has. I'm just saying that he hasn't had the opportunity.
Because he hasn't proven anything yet.
Okay.
Gavi, I don't know. I just can't bring myself to fully rate him. Pedri, I have no issues with. I think he's best young midfielder in the world.
Frankesi is a hooper.
Frankesi knows how to play ball. They've made some solid additions, but in general, I still think Madrid is better. But still with Barcelona, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done to Chelsea this transfer window, because this was extremely hilarious. It went from Rafinha. They were posting clips about Arsenal. And when we get to Arsenal, I'll talk about Edu. But they were posting clips about how thank Arsenal fans for making all those clips for us, just for Rafinha to end up at Barcelona. They fully thought they were going to get Lewandowski. They said Kunde was theirs.
Bro, that Kunde and Rafinha owned. I can't even lie to you. That's what they call.
Bro,
you see why I say that? People think that if Barcelona is still attractive at their worst, you gotta respect them. Like they have the pool. They still have that pool, no matter what. If the fact that these players are waiting, when does the man never wait for anything, bro?
I don't think that they still have the pool, but it's different if it's City or Liverpool that comes for certain number of those players.
Yeah.
I think Lewandowski Rafinha, I could see him potentially going to Liverpool, even though. But I get where you're.
So
coming
when you
from.
say that, like when everything falls apart, you believe when everything falls apart for Barcelona.
I get where you're coming from in terms of Rafinha chose Barcelona because
Kunde
it's his
did as
dream
well
to play for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Kunde, I don't know. I saw something about Tico having doubts, so they backed out.
That's a lie. He's cover face, bro.
It was Sevilla that said it.
Oh yeah,
Sevilla tweeted it in the thread,
tweeted that they already agreed to sell.
Yeah, and then they had doubts, and then they backed out. And by the time they came back, his heart was already set on Barcelona.
Can we actually talk about, if we're talking about Chelsea, can we actually talk about Todd Boehly?
Bro, I said it. This all he does is hijack, bro. He goes on Twitter, said City Extra, United Reports,
managing Barca,
everything.
Bro, anything, even what you call it, Arsenal. Bro, do you know how many times
bro wanted to hijack Jesus?
I'm just confused.
Bro, I would be surprised if they say he wanted to hijack Zinchenko as well.
No, there was another one that, apart from Jesus, there was another one he wanted to hijack. I forgot. Rafinha.
Richarlison.
Thank you,
Richarlison. Now he's about to hijack Frankie. Took over for Cucurella talks, even though we're going to get into the madness that happened today. I mean, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good for Chelsea.
You know what's so funny? People actually think, like, I was talking to my friend Boehly today. He was like, Chelsea, like, I think even from the end of last season when we were talking about, they give us many, many doubts.
Yeah.
They give me many, many doubts. Yes, they signed Kalidou Koulibaly. They've signed Raheem Sterling, but
I love Sterling signing.
Oh,
I love the Sterling signing.
Someone said
so
Sterling is the first person to start this moving to. It was the first. Was he before Jesus?
No, Jesus left City first.
Yeah, but like the top six selling to each other and everything. We'll go to City first because I'm really, really confused on that Sterling signing. But Sterling going to Chelsea.
I love the Sterling pickup.
It's a good signing.
But then again, I'm not really convinced on Chelsea. Their preseason games did not show me anything. the game against Arsenal, they were utterly dominated from start to finish.
Bizarrely destroyed.
If Trevor Chalobah is going to be the third starting centre back, that's a problem.
Globally, we don't
I
know what
I
to
don't
expect.
really yes
We do not know what to expect.
Koulibaly can come in and be better than Rudiger,
Exactly.
and he can come in and be the complete opposite of what you expect. So I'm not gonna. It's a great signing
Idea.
on the face value, but like we know, football is not played on paper. The Sterling addition, 1000%. I love that's 10 to 15 goals on the wing that they didn't have last season. They still need a midfield addition.
That is creative.
They need a midfield addition. They need a striker desperately, and there's talks of them being linked with Aubameyang.
Oh, is that a new one today now?
Yeah, but Fabrizio just tweeted it like an hour
That's
ago.
crazy because
Yeah.
I've not opened my phone in 2 hours and
Yeah,
nah,
they said
no,
they've
no.
started talks with the Aubameyang himself, not Barcelona, but Aubameyang himself. And I just to see how it works, because I watched Aubameyang his last few months with Arsenal. By the way, the All or Nothing documentary comes out in a couple of
Tomorrow.
hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see how Aubameyang solves Chelsea's problems.
They said they want,
Sterling is also their only winger.
but who's their creative player?
Mason Mount potentially, I don't know.
I'm gonna.
And then for me, they're
can I
focusing on the wrong things. I get that, and I saw a Chelsea fan actually put a lineup of
Cucurella.
Cucurella, Chilwell left wing, Rhys James right wing back, Koulibaly, Trevor Chalobah. Basically, it was all defenders and midfielders and no strikers because that's what Chelsea is doing. Like,
No. Like I said, the transfer.
I don't get spending
it.
50 million on Cucurella though.
Like
I just feel like he's a hijack. It's like another Pep pump fake.
City extra, bro.
Pep pump fake, like United fans would call it. Like when he pump fake them on Fred, pump fake them on Alexis. It's almost like he pump fake them on Cucurella. Because now instead of spending 50 million on possibly Benjamin Sesko,
Yeah.
just Cucurella when you have Chilwell, like I don't get it. I get it's a depth signing if you've completed the more pressing areas. You still need a third centre back. Looks like Wesley Fofana is trying to force a move away from Leicester.
But that's another 18. That's another
18 million. And let me tell you, Chelsea fans, I have bad news for you. You can go ask Man U fans. If you think, from Cucurella can delete every picture on his Instagram from now till next year. Leicester will still demand that 80 million.
Because I feel like people don't understand that Chelsea are really beating themselves. The average they spent on a new player is around 40 million.
No, Koulibaly and Sterling are really good signings. No doubt about that.
Yeah. But
And Kenny Chukwuemeka, respect. Respect.
But
They respect how they went on
like
the
he's
low
not
for
gonna
that.
get game time and he's gonna go
Yeah,
out
but
raiding
he's
on
one for the future. Also snapped up Omari Hutchinson from Arsenal. Every Arsenal fan knows that video from time ago. I'm just so perplexed as to why he decided to leave. But good business from Chelsea. But then again, they've not addressed the issues they faced last season, which is a striker. They've addressed Sterling.
Who is in the striking market, bro?
Sesko.
You're sold on Sesko?
They should have got Skamaka.
No, that's even West Ham. Oh, Skamaka.
They should have got Skamaka.
Like United and Chelsea should have run after for 36 million.
They should have got Skamaka.
People think we're joking. Gianluca Skamaka is gonna bang, and this is not a hot take. This is me standing on my word.
Well, as a West Ham striker, he either score 15 goals or 0 goals. That's how it is. There's no middle ground. You're either a Zaza or you're an Antonio.
Bro, hello. Lucas Sebastian, hello. Which, by the way, healing.
Rest in sorry, not rest in peace. Sorry, get well soon.
Get well soon. Me too. I was looking for the word.
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake. But yeah, like Chelsea, like signing Cucurella, they said he plays left wing back, but
so he can play LCB.
LCB, and I'm just like, but that's not his best position. You guys are literally force faking. Like there is no strategic planning.
You can see it. You can see the difference, and not to gas us up, but you can see difference between Arsenal's window and Chelsea's window.
What's so funny? I said the exact same thing about Arsenal. That like Arsenal, you know what they're doing. you know every situation and you know how they're addressing the situation. Yes, we'll get into Arsenal soon, but like Chelsea, it feels like today Richarlison, today like there is no strategic planning in what they want to do, and to me it's like okay, yeah, they might get away with it because these are good players. Let's be honest, these are good players.
It's about you, Sterling. I mean, nobody's gonna be mad signing those two
Thomas
players.
Tuchel knows what he's doing, and I think Chelsea fans are so excited by every signing. And in my head, I'm just like, this is not doing anything
Boehly made a mistake taking the reins too quick
for
on
Marina.
a sport that he knew nothing about.
Bro, I actually think that guy has a burner account. That United extra because it's literally showing like
Frankie though, if they pulled that off,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know what's
sign.
funny? 2 weeks ago, I said it like when I call it football tingles, but there are times where you just know that this might end up with Chelsea because like that's Boehly's tactic.
That's what happened when Ajax rejected our second bid for Lissandra. Was like, yeah, they're clearly waiting for my you.
Like literally, like I if we're going to go into Frankie De Jong, should we go into that?
Yeah, sure.
My own Frankie De Jong proposition is first of all, Barcelona, you need like
You need manners.
you need manners, like a club for everyone or whatever their standard is and everything. Like, in fact, let me be honest, there's no club that really is. You can never place a club.
Nothing.
On a
There's
pedestal,
there's
bro.
no class about
There's
this.
no class about any football club. Let's be honest about that. But like the Frankie De Jong thing for me is like he's owed money. Okay, let me explain it this way. He deferred his wages twice, from from his original price to 6 million, and he now got a deferral, a wage deferral to 3 million. Now he's currently earning 3 million, but Barcelona want to sell him because which deferral means that you actually have to you will still have to pay him, but it just means that your wages will be more in the future. So all the wage deferral now means that over the next few years, Barcelona owe him around 22 million a year, 20 to 22 million a year. And now, because of the new signings and everything, they don't want to do that. Okay, now, Frankie, they said, okay, Frankie, you have to leave. We can't keep you here. Okay, now, Frankie's like, you owe me some wages, right? The deferred wages, like, because my own understanding is that he doesn't want to leave. Like, he's in Barcelona. Like,
I also think
he's
also about the team that came in from him.
For Man
I
United.
don't think he's interested at all in playing for Man United.
I'm gonna come to that. Frankie De Jong is in Barcelona. He just got engaged to his girlfriend.
But by the way, he wasn't smiling in that picture because he was linked to Man United. Start
bro,
by it.
You guys are gonna. You got the agendas have started, but
And secondly,
the agendas have started. But you know me,
the great Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame wide receiver, always says to players, no matter how much you love a club, no matter how much you want to win, no matter how much you want to succeed, never leave any money on the table. Let them figure it out.
Yep.
Let the front office figure it out.
Yeah, I like that. That's exactly what and that is my own understanding from what Frank is doing. It's like, okay, the wages now, it's not about the wages it's like the wages that have been deferred.
He has already left money on the table. That's the problem.
Yeah, so if you're telling me to leave, Barcelona are like, okay, we'll pay you 3 million out of a possible like 20 million. Am I mad?
No, none of you will take that.
Bro, like everyone is like, you should come and everything. Like all these Barcelona fans saying that he's ruining our club. You are mad. All of you, if they tell you, it's so funny. Then they said, I saw one report, they were like, Barcelona was like, Xavi was like, he's part of my plans, but you just have to work hard and take it. You have to work hard and take a 50% wage cut. Imagine my boss.
Imagine someone told Xavi that. Imagine Pep told Xavi that while he was playing, about to enter the peak of his playing days. And I'm not saying Frankie is a greater player as Xavi, but just imagine how insulted Xavi, despite the fact that he had taken 2 wage deferrals to give the team as much help as they possibly can get, and now they're making him look like a bad person, saying he's not working hard and he needs to take a pay cut to remain in his plans. What type of rubbish is that, bro? Make it make sense.
It's very, and they said like FIFA Pro and all the other agencies, like the labor unions, are really watching this because like
he should be able to bring a claim against them. He should.
But now Barcelona are asking him to leave. but he doesn't want to leave any money on the table.
I wouldn't leave until you pay me my money.
So like it's in control of his plans, and he's just got a mansion there, 3 million mansion in Barcelona. All of a sudden, and you're in a dream club, you're all of that. So I get why.
Sorry to speak, but my Kusi Benny, I will wait there until they pay me my money. I swear. I swear.
Bro, nah. But yeah, like I would do the same too. Like you can't disrespect me, do all of this. I mean, and it's not that I did not ask you for this contract. Now you're telling me because of that, and I've done my best. You know what I'm saying?
I really hope this serves as a lesson to all. No matter how much you claim to love a football club, even if it's soccer I'm talking to, if Arsenal is ever in desperate need of help, and they ask you to take a pay cut because you love, do not take a pay cut, bro. Don't.
The
Do
thing is
not
that they
do
want
it.
him to. There's a way we can say wage deferral, but the wage cut is that like Usman Dembele now he got a 60%, what was it, 40% wage cut on his new contract that he just resigned. So basically, he's earning less money now. They want Frankie to do that.
I mean, he agreed to do that, but Frankie postponed his money, think in good faith, and this is what they're trying. Doesn't make sense.
So like, and I think when it comes to like United being linked to Frankie De Jong, I ask myself, like, most people, most clubs, they know before they make a bid for a player that they have a little bit of assurance there. That is my own question. Like, I don't think. No. Let's be honest.
Arsenal bid for Rafinha twice.
Huh?
Arsenal bid for Rafinha.
But there was a bit of interest.
From Rafinha's end?
Yes.
Nope.
But Barcelona had not made a bid that time.
Did you watch Edu's interview?
What did he say?
Edu said he called Deco, and Deco was like, I'll be straight up with you, we have a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to play for Barcelona. This was after we had bid.
Yeah.
And Edu was like, okay, no problem. We know what the situation at Barcelona is right now. In case of anything, just keep me in the loop.
But like most times, that is Rafinha. But most times there has always been a situation of discussions with the player. I personally don't think the United guys are very dumb, but
consistently reports have said Frankie is not interested in playing for Man United.
But there are also reports that have consistently said that the problem has been the wage deferrals, that he's waiting, because there's no way a player can come out and say that he's interested in moving, because that way they'll be like, go away, we don't need you anymore. And they're also what they call.
He also said he doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want. He's not really open to leaving, but how will I say it now?
I strongly feel like a move to Chelsea would like brighten his eyes more than a move to United.
Why so?
Because Chelsea is in a more promising, or appears to be in a more promising state right now.
Because I was like, wait,
simply because they won the Champions League 2 years ago.
And
last year.
The Champions League.
They're in the Champions League. Tuchel, is one of the attractive managers in Europe as of right now.
Yeah.
So, and then life in London and all that.
Yeah.
You have to consider the personal side of things. So I think Chelsea would be more appealing to him than Man United. I mean, let's keep it real. Every team watched Man United last week. Everybody sees what's happening with Ronaldo. Everybody sees what's going on with the team. It's not looking good, bro.
Why so? No, we're gonna let's finish with Frankie De Jong. Frankie De Jong going to Chelsea. I've already called it like 2 weeks ago. I can bring out the receipts on my group chat. I said it like there's a possibility, but my friend told me that
I think he's a potential upgrade on Jorginho.
First of all, people misprofile Frankie De Jong, They don't know how to use him. That is the problem of literally not understanding how the strengths and weaknesses of Frankie De Jong. And that is what I fear is going to happen in Chelsea. Because they misprofiled Lukaku.
They might think he's a ball-winning,
deep-line playmaker. But that's not his role. That's not his role. And I
don't see how him and Jorginho can cohabit in the same team.
I don't even see... I can see him and Kovacic cohabiting. Kante, not really. Well, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see him and Kante.
I can see him and Kante.
I can see a midfield of Frankie, Kante, and Kovacic.
How's that gonna work? That's literally a 4-3.
4-3-3. Yeah.
But Thomas Tuchel.
3 at the back.
Tuchel is not ready to move. He can't even move from that 3 at the back. If Thiago Silva, by the way, Thiago Silva will start declining too. That's what I keep questioning Chelsea.
It's not looking.
That's what I'm saying. Thiago Silva will start declining. Like, forget all these things. Age will catch up to you.
It's not looking good.
So, Frankie De Jong going to Chelsea, I'm resigned to it as well, but I have a little hope because I just think like maybe Eric Ten Hag should have been on the phone.
Aubameyang as well, bro.
You don't feel that one.
I don't.
But you know, there are many Chelsea fans excited. I'm just like, but this is not like I said, when a player signs for a team, you know what makes sense. Sterling, we understood it makes sense. Koulibaly, to a good extent, we knew what it made sense.
Away.
But Cucurella, I'm just like, what? Chilwell is there, and as far as I'm concerned, Marcos Alonso still does the job in the back three.
This is why you need director of football. You need to be planned out. You need to have your Tiki and your Pep to identify whatever weaknesses you have in your squad and know that 5 months before summer, I'm going to start contacting these players.
You can't really blame Chelsea, like the Barco.
Yes, I get that, but then letting Marina go, you know, people who have experience in these situations for a novice, because let's be honest, Boehly is a novice.
He's more than a novice, bro. He has no idea what he's doing.
Exactly.
I mean, let's even go back to the Lukaku deal. Did you hear about
bro?
Lukaku
Wanted a trade.
He wanted a trade, bro. He was saying, "Give me Denzel Dumfries and Lautaro in exchange for Lukaku."
But they said they're considering Walker Peters. That's my problem with their windows.
Why are you buying Walker Peters?
They're not assessing pressing areas.
Why is Walker Peters in the discussion? He doesn't address the centre back issue.
It's like you don't have a house, but you're buying a Gucci belt. No. Get your priorities in order.
They don't know what their priorities are. They generally don't know what their
priorities are. You can hire Misha. I will help you. Tell you what you're lacking in your squad.
Are you sure?
Yeah, anything you for money. I'll shank you small, sir. I'll give you some small.
I hate Chelsea, so I don't even. I'm praying on their downfall. By the way, if I pray on your downfall, trust me, you will fall. You will fall.
Oh, but then take a flight. I'll be a train and hop onto North London, the red side.
Let's go Spurs first.
Spurs, okay, the white side. Here's the thing.
It's scary.
Under any other manager,
I would have
this window would have been mid. But under Conte, it's literally a 10 out of 10 window.
I don't even think of anything anymore. It's like, even the fact that they signed Clement Longley, I was just like...
Bro, when they signed Perisic, I was like, bro, if Chelsea had signed Perisic, I would have laughed. But Perisic as a wing back under Antonio Conte...
You know, even they said Lucas Moura wants to be wing back. I'm just like, yeah, that works too.
Could be dangerous.
Sense. It makes sense too.
And then you have the ball-winning prowess and just the midfield of Bissouma alongside Bissouma is also more technically secure than Højbjerg, so you could play him alongside Bentancur. You have Richarlison, suitable striking option
across
off the bench.
Across the front three.
And then you still have that kid, Kulusevski. You got Longley. I don't really rate that signing.
But guess what? That's a Conte signing, bro.
Don't care for it. Jet Spence, Conte doesn't really care for it, but he says it's a club signing. So, but
who else did they sign again? Fraser Foster. But mine is just a Richarlison thing. I was just like, yeah, finally someone who can at least the quality won't drop. Like before it was, what's this guy from Benfica that they loaned from under Mourinho? I've forgotten his name. Carlos Vinicius. You could see the drop. Spurs scare me in as which that, you know what? This is me. Spurs are in a title race.
I don't see it.
If you follow Conet network, I've been running wild and I will be the one. But
I don't buy it. They're not going to finish 15 points behind. They're going to finish 10 points behind.
Are you sure?
The top two. Okay, we're going to get into them. But sleep on Liverpool at your own peril.
Who's sleeping on Liverpool? Actually, wait, we're going to come to Liverpool first. But
sleep on Liverpool at your own peril.
I'm saying that it could be
sleep on City at your own peril as well. I'd love to see any of you try to sleep on City.
Nobody's sleeping on them.
Trust me.
But they're just
especially some Arsenal fans. Know your level. Please.
I'm questioning, like, it's Antonio Conte with a full season with every player he's asked for. And let me tell you, if Spurs go out of the Champions League to only have one game per week, sorry, it's a wrap.
They might win the FA Cup.
That is where I'm even going to disagree with you. They will never. I don't. To me, I'm also at the point that they won't win the league, but they will be challenging.
Nah.
You know, I was listening to Mushaki Dot Sport. I literally one guy said Spurs win the league.
Oh, what's his name?
You
I
watch
forgot
it
his
now?
name. The United fan.
Oh my god! I was just like, relax,
United fan. I'm like, broski.
relax, bro,
Calm down,
relax.
bro.
I just see that because even last season, Spurs were the only one to literally.
Yeah, Pep always bends over for Tottenham.
I really just think Spurs can do it. Like Spurs can be in a title challenge, and I hate them with
It
everything.
depends on what you consider a title challenge. If you consider finish what Chelsea did last season
Spurs
as
was
a
not,
title
that was not a
challenge,
title challenge.
or if you consider what Man U did in 2021 as a
That
title
was not
challenge.
a title challenge. I'm saying
So,
there will be okay. We also forget there's a World Cup in there as well too. So there's a World Cup shoehorn there. I asked myself if England don't go far. There's just a lot of factors, but I just think Antonio Conte is the difference. Like you said, is the cost of Antonio Conte bigger than Spurs?
because of this
Spurs bigger than Antonio Conte. Sorry, that is the question that will beckon at the end.
You
of
know
the
what's
day.
funny? Nothing happened this season. I can see that man packing his load and leaving.
Oh, Defo doesn't have anything. That's why they are signing Jet Spence and everything because they are preparing, bro.
Packing, like just. You
They
know
are
what, bro? I'm tired. I feel like Conte just wakes up one morning and is like, you know what, bro? I'm tired of this shit, man. Time for me to move on.
That's why I'm saying that it's all or nothing for him. It's all or nothing for him, which is my problem with Antonio Conte. You can't bring him in to come and do top four or do a rebuild. That's why Tottenham. That's why the name of the name of the owners you literally had to go and bring money and say, okay, 180 or 150 million here.
I don't know. I think they have a pretty solid window,
Plus the Richarlison signing, there's no drop
and
in
I
quality.
think they're the Chelsea of last season.
Like, pop, fake.
No.
Chelsea were never in a title race.
No, I'm saying, for me, like even before they signed anybody, I had them in third already.
Yeah.
I just feel like they are not good enough to be in the title race, but they're not bad enough to end out of the top four.
Fair enough. But I still think they'll be in title race. Maybe just till maybe February. That's quite long.
Is that
Maybe
a title race?
February, March. Bro, those days are Arsenal. Come on.
Bruh, come on, man. That's not a title race. They will be way more competitive, but that's not a title race. Let's be honest. So then we go to the red side of North London. Still work to be done, but I'm happy with our incomings. Our outgoings are just embarrassing.
But you can't blame. I keep do you know how I've already explained to you.
3 million guaranteed for Bernd Leno is ridiculous.
The money.
It
plus
is
1 million,
it is
plus 1 million.
ridiculous, bro. I do not care. Leno is a top 5 shortstopper in the league any day, anytime.
15 million, bro.
That's 15 million.
That's 15 million.
That's 15 million easily. 3
that
million is
deal-
highway robbery.
That deal did not make sense to me.
Highway robbery. And he's going to save Fulham from relegation this season. You just watch.
So you think Fulham don't get relegated?
You just watch.
Okay, we'll come to that then. But literally, yeah, like the outgoing thing for clubs like United, Chelsea, and Arsenal is that these players on wages that smaller clubs cannot take. Like Betis now for Bellerin, they're gonna agree. Like, you know what? It's the same thing. They have to do it because he's not gonna stay.
I'm so done with it, man. I can't wait till we get to the time when Arsenal players are wanted and not being begged to leave, so we can generate money off of sales.
The best
Because
way to generate off
teams be coming to us with audacity, bro. Robert C said, "Oh, I want Bellerin, but I don't want to pay anything for him. Can you terminate his contract so we can take him?" What? I have never heard of that in my life, in my entire life.
because there's a possibility.
But it does not make sense.
They need to.
Does not make
they
sense.
need to because they need to. Because they know Arsenal need to. They know
Arsenal need to what?
They know that he's not in their plans at all.
Bellerin?
Yes.
Yeah, but it does not mean that you have to come and tell us to terminate his contract so you can pick him up. What? At the very least, if he loves the club so much, he should take a wage cut. What do you mean by terminate his contract?
But he's on his last year.
So we don't have to. Then you pay up. What's the excuse for no? Didn't we bloody pay up for Gabriel Jesus?
Now everybody has money. Like the economic background.
If you
for it,
want a player,
you
pay up.
fair enough. But we can't all say that. Like today, Alex Telles, the worst left back I've ever seen in my lifetime. I can't believe I ever rated that guy. You can't trust me. If you don't watch a guy person, don't rate them at all. Alex Telles is going on a loan. Man United are still paying for him. Like
It's going on loan.
he's going on loan to Sevilla. He's going on loan to Sevilla. Like it's all the problems. Chelsea, their loan army is because nobody can pay up for those wages, which is always my fear buying players.
Just like it says, Van Mislintat and
Unai Emery.
Don Raul, they're the worst things that happened to Arsenal. They set our rebuild back post Wenger by 5 years, bro.
Would what?
Bro, you talking about my only happy point, my only happy place is the fact that we let them go while it was still early.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was too late.
So imagine 12 years of
Because they could still have been rolling in on signings like Lichtsteiner and bloody Torreira and bloody Socrates, bro.
Pablo Mari.
Pablo Mari
Mari
was
is,
agent
Edu.
driven. Bro.
Money laundering. Edo and his guys.
But on our window this season, on the incomings, I've been very impressed. Fabio Vieira, I was literally just about to go to work. I was seeing
I remember that
it's
morning.
Fabio Vieira.
I remember that morning. It's so funny to me because I received a message from my guys like, "Who the hell is Fabio Vieira?" I was just like, "What the hell? Who is this guy?" You know, I even said it's like a tennis player or something like that. That I was so confused then. I now go upstairs and it's like, "Guy, do you know Fabio Vieira?" I was just like, as soon as I got upstairs, I knew he was gonna ask that question. But yeah, from the Portuguese media and everyone,
Yeah,
if you go read on him,
from the look, I'm not even going to pretend like I know a lot about him. But he's a creative player, double-footed.
can play on the right wing.
Can play on the wing. He just seems like the heir to Santi at Arsenal. I just see
The
him
heir
as
to
that type of player.
Santi Cazorla.
Yeah.
Santi was too good.
Of course, Santi is my favorite Arsenal player ever.
It will be interesting to see how he does that.
I like the pickup of him. I like obviously Jesus. Oh my god.
You know what? This guy has been shouting every single time. It's like I think I survived Lacazette is actually one of the best hashtags I've ever seen in my life. It's like I survived Lacazette. Because I see what he's saying. Like
bro,
I think
Arsenal fans doing Me Too movement.
I
I survived Lacazette.
bro. Like especially like even the Emirates Cup when I saw the first goal or his first goal that he
Bro,
passed the ball,
third goal was the one for me,
he
bro.
passed the ball and got into the box.
No, the third goal, just the fight, like the striker's instinct to spot a loose ball, get there before the defender, and still poke it in. Like I said, I've been telling Gabriel, oh, nice attempt. No, passed the ball on the wing, was involved in the gameplay, ran into the box for the rebound. Like, I ain't never seen a striker run in the past 1.5 years, bro. I thought strikers were meant to be slow.
No. The thing is that even Oba Sef was even more of a box striker, if you think about it.
Yeah, like I'm not taking anything away from Aubameyang. He was great for us while he was here.
Yeah.
But Lacazette, bro.
So Lacazette, Morata, Lukaku.
Bro.
Nobody won. That was the worst battle ever.
Actually,
man.
a couple teams won. Real Madrid, Everton, and Lyon. They all won those transfers.
And Inter Milan
Twice.
Twice.
Speaking of Lukaku, spoke to him. His mentality, fantastic. Top.
Now, this is me now. I'm going to tell everyone. I can't look at Lukaku and that guy is hilarious, bro.
He's a meme.
He's a meme, bro. That Aslani one, I was like, Aslani.
It was so funny.
I was just like, who is this guy?
I'm like, bro, did you not just run from the grind? What are you talking about? The
what's
irony, bro.
I don't even think he ran from the guy. I think that thing was planned. I don't know if I've said it here
No
before.
way, bro. No way, that's a stretch. You're literally doing football conspiracies right
bro,
now.
man. Like about Morata.
Bro, nah, I just don't want to talk about Lukaku. I still want to talk about Arsenal, the Jesus signing, Zinchenko. The Zinchenko signing was when I knew, okay, Arsenal know what they're doing in the window, because even Heike Jesus, because they forsook names for players that fit the system.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of teams aren't doing right now.
E.g.
That's why
Chelsea.
City and Liverpool are far ahead
Mhm.
of every team right now
Yeah.
because there's a system in place
Even if Fabio Vieira signing,
and
I
they
see.
understand players that fit the system. Zinchenko is just perfection. I don't like the disrespect on Tierney's name by Arsenal fans right now,
Mhm.
but in terms of how Teta wants to build up in that
2-3.
2-3-5
2-3,
formation,
2-2, 2-3-2-2, something like that.
Zinchenko, in terms of in possession,
Yeah, he's good. enough.
elite, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, just a couple games I've seen, he is a Teta fullback.
No, he's a technical. It's not even about Teta fullback. He's technically sound, and to me, he's a bit more technically sound than Tierney.
Yes,
No disrespect to Tierney,
people are disrespecting Tierney too
but
much.
I like Tierney. I've always said it.
Tierney is
I
a
like
highly
Tierney, but
talented
the
player.
problem is his availability.
Yes,
That availability is
yes,
the,
no doubt.
like
And it's the same
he's
thing for Tomiyasu with me.
bro.
I think Tomiyasu, at some point I thought he was
Idea.
fake. I thought
An
he was
idea.
not real. I just thought God pranked us. I was like, haha, Tomiyasu, you can leave now. Tomiyasu was in Joe Gabriel pretty much. Came and was winning all the headers, and then God needed him back in heaven. But Ben White and Ripe Saliba, bro. Bro, I know Arsenal fans joke about his aura, but that guy generally has an aura when he's defending.
I don't know if I've said it before. I think there are a lot of things. It's been a long summer. I think it's been 2 months.
I've never seen him commit.
Arteta and the treatment of Saliba. I know hindsight
Is iffy to
It's-
give him
it's
credit because we haven't been successful while he was away. And you cannot tell me he's not better than Mari. He wasn't better than Mari and those man them at the time.
Yeah.
But
Credit to him.
he has come back
Yeah, man.
twice the player he was when we signed him in 2019, sorry.
I mean, he went out on loan for 1 year.
Yeah.
Then he came back during.
Came back, then
COVID.
went to Nice, came back, then went to Marseille.
I'm thinking maybe Arteta was not convinced by him. I'm sorry to say.
I don't know about
as you
that.
said, iffy, but I don't
Yeah.
think he was convinced by Saliba yet.
But bro, Saliba right now, that's 70 million.
I remember at the point someone was saying, if Kunde doesn't go to Chelsea, it's Saliba that these people were coming for.
That's 70 million, bro. Saved. 70 million just walks in for free.
That's a new signing, and like I said,
And
compared
that
to,
now allows Ben White to be able to take up that right back role when Tommy is not
so that's
available.
basically a 2-3. It really helps the 2-3
Because Ben White in possession of the ball is elite as well.
So Ben White basically inverts and becomes
Ben,
part of the 3.
him and Zinchenko.
Yeah.
And then you have Saliba and then Partey. Let's not speak of TP5, but
So yeah, let's not even go.
I would just like to say, majority of these football players disgust me. Let's leave it at that. The fact that there needs to be a training on consent to grown men who are supposed to be role models to a bloody, you know what?
guys,
just leave it
let
at
me
that.
say,
Let me just leave it at that.
even on that, I just think fan idolatry is the worst concept I've ever
Facts.
seen in my life.
Facts.
Like-
The least emotion you can have as a human being is empathy.
Literally,
The least emotion you can have. is empathy.
that day, I know everyone knows about what we're talking, but I don't want to talk too much on this. But
No,
that
yeah.
day, I saw what they call no empathy. It was all about the football, and that's the day I realized, you know what? It's not that deep. It's genuinely not that deep.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It's genuinely not. Football is not that deep.
Just going
People need
leave
to
it at
find
that.
a life outside. I know I love football and I do stuff in football, but fam, if football is above your humanity,
That's the problem.
you need to check yourself, fam.
Yeah.
So that's where we're gonna end on that.
Saliba and White and Zinchenko inverting, and it also means, in as much as he ends up in celebration photos, we don't have to see Cedric again, thankfully. So Saliba and White and Zinchenko inverting with TP5, and then that creates a spread with Odegaard, Saka, Smith Rowe, Xhaka on the left.
Xhaka still plays?
Yeah. Just Jesus.
Oh yeah, so
Martinelli.
Xhaka and Odegaard in the half spaces.
Eh?
Xhaka
Yes.
and Odegaard in the half
Yes.
spaces.
And then the front three.
By the way, Eddie Nketiah.
I told you. I said it.
You know, you call. I just
I
remembered.
said
I just
it
remembered.
consistently.
I just remembered a few years ago when we're comparing him to
Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood. Who
I don't think I think Greenwood is a better footballer. But even last
who
year,
should never return to playing for United.
oh yeah, sorry, totally forgot about that. We don't speak of MG11,
Mm-hmm.
but I said it last year when I watched him in those last few games of the season. He's not the player most rival fans think he is anymore. His ball security, his strength, his quickness. He just seems like he completely. And do you know the game I noticed it?
Chelsea.
Arsenal West Ham.
I
Even though he didn't
Chelsea.
score.
Because I didn't watch any. I didn't watch.
Even though he didn't score, the game we won West Ham 2-1. Anybody who watched that game, without bias, would see the improvement that Nketiah had made. I don't. What's all this nonsense about? Used to be Henry, number 14 used to be Henry, nice Nketiah. You football fans are so weird, bro. So weird.
I feel like lately, I'm gonna call you out on this. You need to stop being called in by troll accounts. Troll accounts are meant to make you feel that way,
Bro.
and it's up to you for how you're gonna react. Like, bro, there are many times I see you react to troll account, I'm just like, bro, you're bigger than this man. That's what they're trying to do to you,
I can't even lie. Some things just irritate me so much.
It's troll accounts, bro.
Bro,
My Goldbridge is now officially a troll account.
I respect Nketiah so much. I respect the work he has put in, earned every single penny of his new contract, and all he's done is given himself the opportunity to go out and prove himself, and 100% back it. If we had let him go for free to a Brighton, with the way he's playing right now, bro,
I was like, that was what I was waiting.
He still has immense talent, bro. He still has immense talent.
Anyways,
and he's here to prove himself. But respectable window from Arsenal. Love the appointment of Odegaard as captain. Don't like the disrespect of his name by Arsenal fans once again. That brother is a baller, bro. Just keep it at that. Saka, I expect him to do his thing again. Smith Rowe is almost a forgotten soldier right now, but he still has immense talent. Like, I will still get a CM and potentially a new winger to take us to the next level. But I'm loving how life at Arsenal.
The only thing I can say is that Arsenal make top four for me right now. This is hard to say, but Arsenal make top four for me right now. But I question if something happens to number 5 mid-season.
Yeah.
That is the only cloud above everything. Like, it's hard for me to. I would say that because something should happen, but we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's move on to City. We're not gonna spend so much time on City. We all expected them to sign Haaland. Everybody and their grandmother knew it was going to happen, and it happened.
But Julian Alvarez.
That's where the real deal is.
Julian Alvarez. How many times did I say it?
On my life, he's one of those players I never watched, but when I heard his name, I rated him.
That's exactly it, bro. And the thing is that when you now see the highlights of him scoring, there was a game and I heard he scored.
I've never watched the highlight of Julian.
They said
Alvarez.
he scored 6 goals. He said he scored with left foot, right foot.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the highlights, but I saw that he scored 6 goals on Twitter. I swear on my life, there's no reason for me to say I've never watched a player by rating because it's embarrassing. But I had never watched Alvarez one game.
I haven't watched enough, bro.
I didn't even know how he looked until Community Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard the name Julian Alvarez, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be a good player.
Like, the skill set, and the thing is that Man United are so horribly run. God forbid. Like, literally, his skill set, after reading and understanding, I'm just like, you know what? You might be even more important than Erling Haaland this season. Because now, going to Man City, selling Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus was not the right thing.
I think they both wanted to go. If City
yes,
could keep
and
them
City
both.
don't care. Like,
Yeah.
City, if you want to go, the door is right there.
Yeah.
I love City's this thing. But as far as I'm concerned, they need a winger. They need an outlet.
A
direct winger.
Yes.
An outlet.
And Alvarez can be
Alvarez
that
can do, but I think Alvarez, they look light. I don't know. They just feel like
They're not as deep as they used to be.
like even this left back thing now with Cucurella. As far as I'm concerned,
They could sign Sergio Gomez.
huh?
Sergio Gomez, I think, from Anderlecht.
Oh, you know who said they can sign Rafael Guerrero from Dortmund? He has 1 more year left on his contract.
The 72-year-old guy.
Rafael Guerrero.
Yes.
Is Rafael Guerrero
But he's 72 years old.
72 years?
He's old.
He's
That's what I'm saying.
28.
He is? He hasn't
Yes.
played football for so long,
Bro,
bro.
it's because you the first time you watched Rafael Guerrero was in 2016.
Yeah.
But it's literally
Man,
6
I'm
years.
like, bro, this guy is probably like 37.
Bro, he's 28.
He has the technical security to play for Pep as a left
Yeah,
back.
Rafael Guerrero is
But
there. But I'd like if they don't, and apparently this guy from Man City, the academy, which by the way, Man City sold the academy this year. They've gone to copy the Liverpool style, bro. Like Man City are literally a net profit at this point from their net spend.
I just think you can never write them off.
No, obviously.
But if they lose Bernardo, then I don't know what happens from there.
City needs to stop that.
They might sign Paqueta too. If they lose Bernardo,
Nobody can replace Bernardo like that, bro. The dynamism of
you
Bernardo.
sound like home free, right?
Eh?
Oh, you sound like home free. I think Paqueta can do. I think Paqueta is one of the only players in the world that can do that.
Paqueta is a 10, and the area you operate compared to what Bernardo has done this last
I know
season,
Bernardo's work rate is the
Oh
most
my
unbelievable
God.
thing about him, and that says a lot. Like the type of footballer he is,
Mhm.
as talented as he is, his work rate is probably the best thing about him.
Mhm.
But I mean, like the late great Jerry Buss said, you're a 5-carat diamond, and I'm not going to find a 5-carat diamond for you. Now, whether or not I want to replace you with 5 1-carat diamonds, I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
You're going to have to replace Bernardo
Oh, definitely.
with 5 1-carat diamonds.
So 2 or 3 players. City need to go and get a winger, but I don't know which winger is there. Cody Gakpo is direct, basically.
Gakpo, I don't know.
Who else is there?
The winger market
Maybe Ismail Assar, bro.
Winger market, yeah.
Ismail
Yeah, I
Assar.
can't believe an Everton did not go for Sarr. Dwight McNeil
After-
though, amazing,
Ooh.
amazing pickup,
Who? I was wondering
Amazing
when somebody was waiting, bro.
amazing pickup, bro. Bro, Dwight, I could see him playing for Man United.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That we need a right winger. Let's not even go into that, but let's go with Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool, you guys play with Liverpool too much. Every single one of you. You see me, for as I am alive, I will never slander Liverpool in my
Is it
life.
because of what they done to your club as well too?
Because you can't doubt those bastards.
The problem with Liverpool, I keep saying for me, is Sadio Mane going is much.
Allow it.
It's much more. Oh my God! Like
Did you
I
see
get
them in the Shield?
no, I get what you're saying. Trent, all of those things. Oh no, one thing. Sadio Mane going it will affect them a bit, not as much as people are saying, but their midfield, guys. Jordan Henderson is okay, but his days is done.
Yeah, I've been saying this since Hendo. It's time to pack your things.
Thiago,
At this
Thiago
point, all
is-
you are is a sports prefect.
bro.
It's time for you to pack up your things.
Yo,
Thia-
you
no,
called
no.
Jordan Henderson a sport prefect.
No,
Nah.
respect Thiago. Thiago
Respectfully, no.
Thiago still has it
No,
in him.
Thiago still has it.
Thiago still has. Fabio Carvalho is where it's at.
Oh, definitely. But he does. Where does he play? Is he not a winger? We're talking
mean,
about availability.
I rate Javier Elliott as well. Javier Elliott is where it's at.
Javier Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Those guys are ballers.
But I see your problem in terms of James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita hasn't been the player.
Navigator,
He's
when
shown
he's very,
flashes here and
when
there.
someone like Kalanka was, I was listening to the podcast. Kalanka was saying, when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad.
No middle ground. But that's the same thing with Mane as well. Mane never had a middle ground.
Oh yeah, but when Mane wants to turn up, he will turn up. He will turn up. Guys, we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry for the break. Something happened.
So,
On
I think
Liverpool.
You're just sleeping on Liverpool.
Why?
Someone-
Like, I
Just
think
because they lost Sadio Mane doesn't mean they're not the team they were
no,
last
they're not.
season.
They're not. I feel like there'll be a bit of a drop off. And Charles Darwin, as
Yeah,
much.
but you can say the same for City as well.
Oh, no. I think there's
They
gonna be a
could
drop off
potentially
too.
have to get used to playing with a striker.
That is not really good as well on the ball. That's true. No, I
Oh,
think we're going more direct this season. Like you're gonna see a lot of trend crosses, Darwin Nunes knock-ins, like a striker back to the days of old days and all
Alan
of that.
Shearer.
Alan Shearer, and Darwin is good in running behind and all that. Even City in the first game, apparently there were a lot of runs that, like in the community shield, there were a lot of runs Holland was making. Which, by the way, I can't believe people were actually like. Do people not actually get scared? Like with Haaland comes missing, like the missing com.
I mean, it's the same thing they did for Darwin.
I mean, we know about that. Darwin is new. I can get that, but Holland has been doing this.
It's
Like
just
it's a villain story you guys are creating. You guys do not know the monster you are creating, and
same. They don't know the monster they've created with Nunes.
Nunes.
You see, okay.
Do you rate Nunes because he's in Liverpool?
Yes.
Just because he's in Liverpool.
Yes. Everybody that Jurgen Klopp signs, I rate until they prove me wrong.
Well, anyways, I just think Liverpool. I just think there's just gonna be it's a confusing season for me in this situation where
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think
maybe that's why you guys think Spurs are in the title race. But I still think the top two teams are still a step or two ahead of the rest of the chasing pack.
Yeah, still, I'm like everyone should get there. I'm just saying, and when I mean Spurs are in title race, I mean like, you know, just they will show something, but they would eventually drop off. They're not winning the league. That's a reach. That's an absolute reach. But yeah,
Yeah. Then let's talk about just quick few special mentions. Juventus, they signed Pogba, signed Di Maria.
damn, that's crazy. My team is no longer relevant to your eyes at all.
Oh, we've not spoken about Man U.
That's crazy. I know you hate Man U.
There's not much to talk about United, to be fair. Transfer window has been shocking. Lissandro is a decent signing.
But you know what's funny? I don't like that though. I don't like how people change their mind. You wanted Lissandro, but you didn't.
I didn't want him to come and play centre back for us.
But he was gonna come and play left back, which is not his best
Yeah.
position.
But first of all, systems matter as opposed to formations and positions.
But he fits. You know what's funny? He actually fits Arsenal a bit.
Inverted left back
In
role.
inverted Liverpool.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
both saying the same thing.
Yeah. Secondly, Arsenal were not signing him to play centre back.
Yeah, no,
I don't think he's better than any of our three centre backs.
that's okay. But we cannot it's not. It's
For the role Arsenal were signing him for, I thought it was a great signing. I don't know how much better he makes your defense. He does improve the ball playing ability of your defense.
which is very paramount in our team.
Yes,
Which is very paramount in our team. And
yes, but
he's available. Alessandro is good.
Sandro is a good signing. Ericsson I rock with.
Malatia.
I don't know anything about
You
Malasia.
don't know anything about him, but I've watched a bit of him, and I think he's decent. And one thing about Luke Shaw is that once he gets someone that puts him on his toes, we see him. But if he doesn't show up, it's his last day of his contract. So Luke Shaw's
Bruno
playing
did not impress me in preseason.
at all.
No,
So here's the thing. I know
especially the Villa game. He was horrible.
I'm a big Bruno. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the Villa game.
So you were awake at the same time that time.
Yeah, I
Jesus
was not
Christ.
at home, but I watched the Villa game.
Oh yeah. The thing with like Bruno is that Bruno is a good player. I know I've been very very out for him because I still can't believe he makes the decisions he makes because that's his problem. He has the ability to play that Hollywood pass and everything, but even in training kids, they tell you at some point that keep it simple, keep the ball. And I believe Eric Ten Hag is already what Bruno needed was pruning. Basically cutting the parts that you don't need to do this every time. Keep the ball when you need to keep the ball. If you can't make the pass, don't make the pass. That is what is going to help us because Bruno was more high risk, high reward. But now is the time to say keep the ball because the best way for the ball, for your team to continue to play is constant pressure. Because when you give the ball back to the other team, they have the possession. But that's my problem with Bruno. But if Eric Ten Hag he's gonna coach this team. I believe he's gonna work on that. Like for me, Man United have not addressed the problems. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They've not addressed the problems. We need
could
two
potentially
CMs and
be the-
number. I do not want to call his name anymore in my life. Number 39 still plays for my club. Meanwhile, he should be
You know
doing.
what's funny?
He should be doing. I don't know why people still rate that guy though.
You know what's funny? I was literally talking to our friends
Uh-huh.
like last week, and we were talking about pet peeves and
Mhm.
you know what makes you angry. I was like, they asked, "Who do you think is the easiest person to rile up?" I said, "Fonto." They said, "Why?" I said, "Just walk up to him and say Scott McTominay," and you get a 50-minute lecture on why
Bro,
McTominay is the worst
like-
footballer to ever leave.
I don't think like he plays centre back for his country, and he plays for like. I think United have not addressed their issues in as which like this whole Frankie De Jong chase. I just hope something comes out of it. Even if they don't get Frankie De Jong, I hope they have backup situations. But I think it's more of a Eric Ten Hag chase
Yeah,
than
I have from one of my friends that ETH said, sorry guys, I'm doing hay fever. ETH said if they don't get Frankie, then they should be able to train one of the
Yeah, he
players
said
they
that.
have
He
to
said that.
play in that position, and I don't know how I'd feel about that as a United fan. Like
Bruv,
y'all
as
should have
far as
given
I'm
up on the chase
concerned,
time ago.
As far as
Ruben Neves can slot in that role perfectly.
I know Ruben Neves and Frankie De Jong are not the right. Are not the
Ruben
same
Neves
purpose.
can play
as a
that
DM.
role
He can play as a DM, but
that
he can
you
play,
guys need. Even if you sign Frankie, you still need to sign a DM.
Yeah, but like again, complementing players. Ruben Neves is not really like Ruben Neves is okay, but I just don't see him as the ideal player. I will stand on my word. FIFA football since
Sangara
2019,
again.
bro. I will stand on my word for that guy, bro. The stats prove it. Everything proves it. They said like literally, they said like the numbers. You crunch the numbers.
I mean, yeah, I'm tired. Here's Sangare for how many years now? I'm tired of his name, bro.
But I'm saying it again. Like, even if we get Frankie De Jong, we still need that guy. Or we go get Fabian Ruiz. Apparently, him and Napoli are still working. Like Napoli and him, the relationship is broken.
I don't know if Fabian Ruiz is the DM you're looking
He
for.
is a DM.
I don't know if he's the DM you're
But
looking
that's
for.
the thing. Is Ruben Neves DM in it? He's not a ball-winning midfielder who can bring the ball. Like Fabian Ruiz and Ruben Neves, they literally have the same.
You're looking for a ball-winning midfielder who can bring the ball up.
out, and that is
Deckers.
Dekas is no longer a central DM. He's a CM. Let's be honest.
But he's a ball-winning midfielder.
Bro, Dekas is not what we need, and I'm sorry to say.
He's a ball-winning midfielder that can carry the ball.
Let's let go of Dekas, man. Dekas is not the guy for us.
But Eriksen, I like. Rashford needs this hashtag revival season for Rashford.
You're gonna put some respect on his name too. Rashford and Sancho. And we're gonna, in fact, you know what? This is my time to.
007.
This is my time to call you out because we've been talking about Ronaldo. Ronaldo. I've been saying a lot, but now is the time for you to understand that Ronaldo is not doing. It's not nice anymore.
I don't even know what the hell is going on anymore. I know he wanted to leave.
But nobody wants him.
And he said, I have no idea what the hell is going on with this situation.
No, but
It's one of the proper weirdest situations I've ever seen.
someone said this: if Barcelona was not in the transfer window, if Barcelona, no, listen, there are two sides of this thing. If Barcelona was not in transfer window, this would be the most spoken thing about. Be the most spoken thing this summer.
Wait. The whole Ronaldo thing is messed up, but I did not like that interview today. Literally half the squad left. Bruno left. Ilanga left.
But it was only Ronaldo. He literally did not mention Ronaldo's name.
They know the reporter mentioned Ronaldo's name.
No, apparently, yes, the reporter mentioned Ronaldo, but he responded that if you go and listen to Eric Ten Hag's response, it was like every player.
My problem is not ETH, okay, ETH, but like the response to it by United fans was Ronaldo is this, Ronaldo is that. They had permission to leave. Half the players left. They did.
They didn't.
That's why I read that they had permission.
No, they didn't. That's the thing. That's why Eric Ten Hag addressed it. They didn't have permission to leave.
Okay, but they probably assumed they had permission to leave, and they all left.
See the thing, everyone
So-
always tries to
So
make.
why is
like,
Ronaldo getting majority of the
okay,
blame?
let's be honest now. If any other player is doing this thing, we will be speaking about it a lot more from a place of this guy has not been professional.
But he
Ronaldo
wants
mi-
to. What
he
the
wants
hell
to-
is professional?
Oh my God! Now
What
we're
the hell
talking
does
of
being professional
Jesus
mean?
Christ. You see, this is what we're saying.
What does being professional mean?
Like you respect. Look at what Pogba did. He wanted to leave, but what was he doing?
But bro, if you want to, are you telling me people have never forced moves away?
But that is what we're saying. If Ronaldo is doing these things, he wants to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying to like these things.
What did he do that was so unprofessional?
First of all, like he didn't show up for training. Apparently, family issues. That's
yes.
okay. That's okay. We'll allow that one. But all these little things, like speaking on all of these things, I just don't see.
What did he do?
God.
I still haven't been given a clear instance on what exactly he did that was so disrespectful, aside from wanting to leave a club and not being interested in a rebuild at the age of 37.
That's okay. But I'm tired of the mental gymnastics everyone is trying to say. Like Mark Goldbridge telling me that that Ronaldo wanted to go for ice bath and all of those things. Like he left. Listen, it's a tense time where I just think it's time. If he wants to go, he needs to go.
Honestly, I don't buy that he's disrespected the club in any way, shape, or form. I don't buy that he's not been a true professional.
Why?
Because we've seen players do these things when they want out. It's not like he took it actively said, I'm not going to take part in training.
But we literally just said the
Did
same
he
thing
say
about.
he's not going to take part in training?
He didn't say that, but
Did he take part in training?
But he did.
The only time he didn't take part in training was when he had family issues.
Mm-hmm.
Are we not going to respect the private lives of footballers?
We are.
So you've not told us anything
but
unprofessional.
him leaving. Let's be honest. We know that.
But everybody
We
left.
know that not everybody left. Ronaldo left at halftime. Everyone else left at the 75th minute. If you want to even talk about that.
But they all left before
But
the
you are
game
saying,
ended.
But you are saying the same thing. We're literally saying that.
Bro, this is literally flirting versus harassment, bro.
Flirting versus harassment. This is what I'm saying. The mental gymnastics everyone is trying to cover up for Ronaldo has been too much for me.
Bro, you guys are just taking everything personal because he wants to leave.
If he wants to leave, he wants to leave. But the problem is that nobody wants him as well too.
Yeah, that's fine. But
now, I'm going to bring this point back where you called it last year that if the chance to sign Ronaldo comes up, you take it yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But nobody's taking it now, which is what exactly I was trying to say last year. I was trying to say this last year that if you don't, you don't have to take it.
which big team needs a striker right now?
Chelsea.
Chelsea were in the market for Ronaldo. I have no idea
But
when.
Thomas Tuchel said no.
Okay, but then if they go for Aubameyang, is that not worse off? Is it not? Are you not better off having Ronaldo?
That's them, but they said they don't want him. Bayern. So now
It's probably because of wages.
Huh? Okay. Bayern.
Sadio Mane is going to play up top for them.
He doesn't fit that philosophy.
Have you watched him in preseason
That's
games?
what they said.
Have you watched him in preseason
Who?
games? Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Has he played well up top?
No, but this preseason, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't. Bayern. But what did Oliver Kante?
Bro, Mane has impressed me there in preseason games. They just have to stick him there, and they're going to go places this year.
Okay, but they said, but everyone, but who is there to take him?
You guys are taking everything Ronaldo does to heart because he wants to leave.
That's fine, but
Because the mere fact that everybody ended up leaving and then Ronaldo is getting clowned for leaving is a joke to me.
What do you mean Ronaldo getting clowned for him leaving?
You guys are killing him for leaving at halftime.
He wants. We're still talking about halftime. I'm just saying that all these things about Ronaldo, for me, is that I'm really really confused at this point. Because let me be honest, I'm okay with Ronaldo staying. I'm very very okay with him staying. But all these things everyone is trying to cover up for him, doing this and all of that, like look at the goal. Like Ronaldo will stay, and that's okay. But he needs to accept this is his time of his life now.
I still don't believe. I believe the remark that he was unprofessional was so unfair because he was anything but unprofessional.
Anything but unprofessional.
So are we going to dispute the fact that
let's talk about these things here. If any other player did this thing,
did what?
Specifically the Pogba thing. If he said all this situation, I want to leave and I respect the club, Pogba did not actually come out to say that.
Did Ronaldo come out?
Yes, Mendes. Everyone can see that Mendes is doing all of this.
Agent play. Didn't we hear that Pogba was unhappy in Man United?
Yes, but he was unhappy, but he remained
So
respectful
he was,
to
but
the
it
club.
was his agent that came
But
out.
he remained respectful to the club.
His agent came out and said it. George Mendes came out and said it. What's the difference?
But he remained respectful to the club. He continued to play. Even he would show up for
Did
training
Ronaldo
on
not
time.
play preseason?
Ronaldo just played one preseason. He showed up
Did
on
he
Friday.
come late? Did he
He
come late for training?
He showed up on Friday and he showed up on Tuesday and
Because he had family issues.
that's fine. That's fine. I've accepted that.
You're
there's
Pogba in Ronaldo right now. That's
no,
what you're
I am
doing.
Adam. I'm actually confused as to what we're talking about. As to what people think.
Because I personally think every single United fan who has had a say on this Ronaldo thing is just mad at him for wanting to leave the club.
I don't care if he leaves, bro.
Yeah, well, sure.
I don't care. I'm okay with him staying, but I do not care. Like all these things about goals and everything and all of that. Like, fam, you can go. Like it's okay if he wants to leave, but I can tell you, bro, nobody wants you.
It's fine. Nobody wants him. If I don't get why you guys are so pressed if nobody wants him about him wanting to leave.
Because now we're trying to tell you. Because now I'm confused as to what we're saying last year that we shouldn't have signed him. We shouldn't. It's a proof that we shouldn't have signed him.
I just know what I know is it's a myth that United are better off without Ronaldo. That's what I'm going to say.
You get growing pains, bro. Like
it's a myth.
Like if he wants to stay, he can stay, but he has to adapt because now he has played into Eric Ten Hag's hand. He's not gonna have to start every game.
And he was not unprofessional.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I don't like that statement that he was unprofessional. It's far from it. You know, like we're not going to say he was faking family issues. That's just totally unfair because we don't know the intricacies of what goes on in his life. He had family issues. When they were resolved, he showed up for training on time. He played the preseason game. He left early, but other players left early as well. I've not seen anything wrong in his conduct. His agents came out. So many players' agents come out when they're unhappy. He asked the club
But guess what? Is that not what they accused Pogba of being unprofessional? That he don't control his
and
agents?
you didn't like it.
I didn't like it as well too.
So why you
guess
now
what?
doing it to another person?
I didn't like it too. I didn't like that Raiola was doing it, and I don't like that Ronaldo is doing this too.
You didn't like that they did that to Pogba.
I didn't. Bro, Pogba, talk about Pogba's treatment when it comes to. I'm just saying.
Bro, you just brought up Pogba. Though.
I'm bringing Pogba. I'm saying that I didn't like what Raiola did as well too. But I'm saying.
So that's on Raiola, but you can't put it on Raiola and then blame Ronaldo for Mendes coming out to say it.
Because he wants to leave too. He wants to
leave. But Pogba wanted to leave too. But you're putting it on Raiola.
Whatever, man.
Bro,
guys, I'm just gonna accept like winning Ronaldo arguments at this point is just like there's no point in winning or losing anymore because whatever.
Top 6 predictions. Everybody probably knows where I'm going with this. Every single year I have Liverpool winning the league, so I have them at first. I have City at second, I have Spurs at third, I have Arsenal at fourth, I have Chelsea at fifth, and I have United at sixth.
Like I said, I can't really make any predictions on Arsenal yet. That's the really pivoting point for me because he's literally, as people say, the glue. At this point, he's literally the glue for that team. So I just don't see. Well, I still think City win the league. No matter what, I still think City win the league. Like it's really Spurs come third. I'm finding it hard to dismantle the top two because like it's hard for me to say Liverpool will drop off and everything. But yeah, I think Spurs comes third. Depending on the day, depending on the issue, with Arsenal come fourth or fifth, but I think United come sixth. Unless United end this window with 2 midfielders, then I can think we come fourth.
Relegation.
So let's say United sign 3 players.
I don't think United is better than Arsenal.
Huh?
I don't think United is better than Arsenal.
I mean, I agree at this point. But if they sign 4 players and you know those are respectable players who can play the role.
Did Arsenal players die?
Huh?
Arsenal players didn't die.
No, but are you saying that there's no possibility of them not coming top 4?
As it stands, no.
But hypothetically?
I don't know what the hypothetical world holds for us.
Fair enough.
Relegation. I was tripping. Fulham are getting relegated.
I don't know
They're
what you were
winning
talking
championship.
about, bro.
They're winning the championship next
Next year.
season. By the way,
Alexander Mitrovic.
congratulations to Norwich for getting promotion back to the Premier
By the way,
League.
someone signed Timo Pukki, bro. Someone signed Timo Pukki.
Congratulations to Norwich on getting promotion back to the Premier League. Can't wait for the free 3 points next season. But I think Fulham are going back. I think Bournemouth. I don't think they've made enough signings. And I think Leeds.
Why is everyone saying Leeds?
Because they've not gotten enough quality for me. I get Salah Adams is a quality right back, but
He's not even a right back.
he is.
He's a centre midfielder.
He was a right back for Leipzig.
No.
Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams is a central midfielder.
Tyler Adams used to play right back for Leipzig.
Sometimes, but he's a central midfielder.
No, he plays
Tyler
right
Adams
back.
is a central midfielder,
I'm telling you, he was on Arsenal's shortlist for right backs last season.
but he's a central midfielder.
So he can double as a central midfielder and a
Yeah.
right back. So what's the argument about?
But he's primarily a central midfielder.
He's just not quality enough. The loss of Rafinha is going to be too difficult to overcome.
Sinistera.
Huh?
Sinistera.
The loss of Rafinha is going to be too difficult to overcome.
Man. People don't even try to even think about other players that just come.
I think Nottingham Forest is going to have a Sheffield United type of season.
Nah, I just think they're just going to come 16th
And I
or
don't
17th.
think they're going to finish in the top 10. But 11th to 15th is well within their grasps.
16th to 17th for me. They just don't have to, what they call it. Actually, you know what?
There's something about heritage clubs in their first season in the Premier League.
Fair enough.
Look at Sheffield United.
This is mine. Fulham, Bournemouth. Everton in the mix a bit, but they wouldn't get relegated again. By the way, Frank Lampard, first or second manager to get sacked. You don't think so?
I hear it.
Brentford.
I don't buy it.
You need to understand how much of an influence Christian Eriksen was on those guys.
Yeah, but they had a good first half to the season as well.
And they were slumping. They were literally slumping. You know how relegation teams
Tony
slump?
got injury.
Huh?
Tony got an injury.
Was it long?
Everton was out for like 3 or 4 games. In a Brentford season, 3 or 4 games is huge.
But like literally,
for
it
Ivan
was
Toney
a
to
slump.
miss.
It was literally a slump. It was Christian Eriksen coming in that literally, if you go look
But
at
they're
the
getting
table,
Damsgaard too. He's not Ericsson level, but he's a
Damsgaard
quality
is very,
player.
very injury prone, bro. Trust. He's very, very injury prone.
If he stays fit, he could do bits for them.
Yeah, but I still think, I don't know. I just don't have the doubt. I
I
highly
think
doubt
they're in a
Leeds.
better situation than Leeds.
I highly doubt that Leeds thing, bro.
Highest goal scorer.
Mo Salah.
I'm tired of Salah. I think I want to go with Haaland.
Haaland
Just
is
because
gonna-
of how much chances City creates. But
Haaland.
then again, I picked Lukaku to win the Golden Boot last season. So
I think it's Mo
the hell
Salah
knows?
because, well, the same reason could be used for Haaland to be aged because, like, you know, you have a World Cup there.
yeah,
Salah.
I'm just
But Haaland also
tired
gets
of
rest.
Salah winning Golden Boots.
Salah could be there. Or maybe a break. No, Harry Kane is too tired. He'll be too tired. He'll burn out.
Kane. No, I think the goals will be shared amongst Kane, Son, and Richarlison could chip in with like 8 to 10 goals. Most surprising team of the season, Nottingham Forest for me.
Most surprising team.
It's going to be Nottingham Forest for me. Because I don't think if Newcastle have a good season, it will be that much
Newcastle.
of a surprise to us.
Newcastle. But they haven't. You know what I love about Newcastle? They haven't done the outlandish things.
They're bidding for Madsen though.
Huh?
They're bidding for.
But that is good.
Yeah.
That is a good signing. That is not outlandish. That is the point where you be like,
I do think they need an upgrade in the striking position.
they could have gotten Eki TK or something. Whatever, Eki TK or something like that. But West
The
Ham.
team, I think West Ham is going to
West-
disappoint a few people.
Really?
I think Newcastle is going to finish ahead of them,
For the Conference League?
potentially.
Or South London's finest.
Fulham.
South London's finest.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
Yes.
I mean, they're a culture club.
Bro, those signings that I work with Check Decore and I don't know a lot about Chris Adams, but
Sorry, Fulham is in West London.
yeah.
Crystal Palace. I mean, that's a good shout. Vieira second season. Let's see how he copes. I hope he does a tremendous job. Not on Friday, of course, but across the season. Um, sorry. Most likely not to do well in terms of the new signings.
You said
Oof.
West Ham. I don't think it's West Ham. West Ham will be fine.
I think West Ham is going to be most
Actually, I'm
surprisingly
sorry.
disappointing team.
I just realized the team that we don't really speak up, that we've not talked about, that might be in a relegation battle. Wolves.
Moutinho is 42 years old.
They've only signed the
He's
guy
off
from
42. I'm just
yeah,
exaggerating.
yeah, like they've not signed anybody. They loaned out
Leicester.
Huh?
Leicester.
Oh yeah, they're not looking good.
They've not signed anyone.
Anybody.
Any
They
single
sold
player.
They sold Kasper Schmeichel today as well too.
Yeah. For 1 million.
1 million.
1 million.
I thought it was almost. I didn't even see the price.
For 1 million.
Something is going on there. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Leicester. Leicester in a relegation battle. Everton.
No, relegation battle is crazy, but
Yeah, they will.
the heights they were at,
It's lower.
I don't see it there next season.
Because they've not signed anyone.
And they might lose out on Tillemans.
Huh?
I think Tillemans is a matter of if Arsenal just buys him.
And they could lose out. They could lose Jamie Vardy too.
To who?
Jamie Vardy has 1 year left on his contract.
They could potentially have to go through a rebuild.
Bro, like they could lose out on Jamie Vardy too.
And losing Jamie Vardy, losing Madison, and potentially Tillemans means next season they might be in a relegation battle. Like, not this season. Like, if they all stay this season, they might lose them next season. And then that means if you're in a relegation battle, it means you're losing Ndidi and Harvey Barnes as well. So Soyuncu, Fofana.
Oh yeah, those players. So aren't you some of them? In fact, like they have like 4 or 5 players on their last year of contracts too.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good for Brendan Rodgers, bro.
It's not looking good. Like, Leicester.
Which team do you pray on their downfall?
Chelsea and Spurs. And Man United. Easily.
That's crazy. Last season, my team to pray on downfall was Arsenal, and it worked. But I'm not gonna do that anymore. I love you guys. I love you too much to do that.
Nah, pray. I need more haters. I've gained new fans.
Bro,
We need more
I
haters.
prayed on your downfall and it worked. But nah, I'm gonna manage just Chelsea.
We're going to win Europa League. Top 4 in Europa.
Top 1 in Europa.
That should be the aim for the season.
First. If ever you've heard it here first. Top 4 in Europa for Arsenal.
Should be
Any
the
other
aim for
thing is
the
a
season.
failure.
Should be the aim for the season.
Any other thing is a failure according to Faye. Top 4 in
Setting
Europa.
us up for failure by saying another thing is a failure.
Huh?
Because if we make top 4 and don't win Europa, it's still a successful
obviously.
season.
I'm joking, obviously.
But I think top 4 in Europa will I think it will be a statement of intent.
For Man United, I just think you just need to just start cooking. If it
No, I think it's to find a way to get back into the Champions League.
for
Most
United,
likely the Europa League.
I see another season of Europa after this. I'm sorry to say.
A lot of us do, but
I'm a very, very patient man when it comes to this kind of thing. Because David De Gea, by the way, treatment of Dean Henderson. Thank you for saying that, Dean Henderson, because people need to speak on that. Like what they did to you was not fair at all. Like, let's be honest.
it was not right.
It was not right, and everyone's like, he's unprofessional. That's not unprofessional, bruv. He's never gonna play. He's never gonna play for United anymore. And by the way, and it's all what you always say. You want more of the US media here, like the US type of media.
Facts.
Not everybody hiding and putting words on there that they still like. He said what he
Excuse
said.
my French, but talk your shit.
He said what he said, and he's gonna bang in Nottingham Forest. Actually, now you know what? Yeah,
I can't wait for North London Derby next season. I want to see Richarlison and Jesus going at it.
I was wrong. I think Nottingham Forest might be the most surprising team for me.
Bro, that team
is
there's just something about culture teams when they get back to the Premier League.
But to bet in 10 players, that means they might suffer a bit.
So look at Leeds, their first season in Premier League, bro.
But they pretty much had the same team plus Rafinha, Rodrigo.
So I'm saying there's something about your return to the Premier
Actually,
League.
that's true. Leeds did not have what do you call it, Bamford for most of last season too.
Patrick Bamford. So is Patrick Bamford that's the savior?
I think he might do the work this year
So
too.
Patrick
But
Bamford
Patrick
is
Bam-
the Lord and Savior.
He's not the Lord and Savior, but he was particularly missed last season. Calvin Phillips was missed last season too,
And he's gone.
and he's gone. That's fine. They'll figure it out. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the Jesse March
Yo,
army.
listen,
The Jesse
I-
March. I know you're from Leeds.
I
or
love
you-
Leeds is my ends.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
but nah.
unfortunately, we
It's
might be
just
going
I
down.
don't think Leeds go down, man. Jesse Marsh, I'm. No, I'm not gonna do that. I was about to do something corny here, bro. But,
I think that's all.
oh, special shout out to PSG. You remember I told you that PSG are doing something.
Yeah, Vitinha. The Vitinha signing. Vitinha and Fabio Vieira were the two.
Yeah.
But Vitinha was ahead of Fabio Vieira. But Vitinha, for me, my friend Dixon has been telling me about Vitinha for over a year now.
No, Renato Sanchez
That's a good signing as well from Lille.
for 15 million.
It's a really solid signing.
15 million.
The business is swapping out Wijnaldum and Danilo Carvalho, right?
No, Wijnaldum and
Danny Pereira.
no, Idris Gueye.
Idris Gueye, yes.
They've literally told them to go.
Fantastic.
Like the business is doing like Luis
Fantastic.
Ocampos. I'm telling you, Mbappe is signing the deal, changes the
I
tie.
like the new coach as well.
Gautier, bro, and number 30,
30
Messi.
my cook.
Messi's cooking this season, bro. Like, I'm sorry to say, but sometimes we're hard on footballers, but this man left his hometown for the first time in his life in 30 years, bro. Family, all of that. That's crazy.
30 my cook.
Um,
But there's still no winning Champions League.
No, actually,
City is winning Champions League, bro.
I still think City need to sign a winger. I
City
just
is
think they
winning
need to sign a
Champions
winger.
League.
Like, it looks so light.
City is
And
winning
they left
Champions
left
League.
back
City is winning Champions League.
already.
City is winning Champions. I don't think they will win Prem, but I've never not predicted Liverpool win Champions League in the last 3 years. But I think City wins champs.
Well,
Unless Bayern has something to say about it.
oh, Skamaka 10 goals. I'm a Skamaka fan. I'm sorry.
In
man.
Ketia, all comes 10 to 18 goals.
Nah, it's 15.
I literally said 10 to 18.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be around like 10 is too small for him.
I think
That's
he's,
how much I rate him,
I
bro.
think he's going to cook. He's really impressed
You know,
me in preseason.
Bolo, our friend, he still doesn't rate. He still thinks Arsenal comes fifth.
Because
I think he's scared.
yes, Bolu's heart is tender, and Arsenal broke it last season.
But Bolo said he's coming out this year. He said he's coming for every hater, bro.
Arsenal broke his heart. Like,
Arsenal.
and I'll never forget his face when he called Funto that Monday evening
Mm-hmm.
after Newcastle. You could tell he has a tender heart. But Bolu, don't worry, we got you this year.
He still thinks you're coming fifth.
You don't worry about it.
Chelsea, your
Teta has a
downfall.
plan.
Your downfall.
Teta has a plan.
Real Madrid coming. Barcelona going to the Champions League semi-final.
Sure, no problem.
I'm just
That's on that team. I pray on that downfall,
Bro,
Like
I'm
I
having my hot
rejoiced
takes
them
now.
going to Europa League last season
Chelsea.
so much.
I'm praying on your downfall. Shout out to the women's
Yeah,
It came
shout
home.
out to the Lionesses. Shout out to Mido. Shout out to Leah Williamson. My Arsenal girls. Big up your damn selves. You did your damn
shout out
thing.
to Alicia Russo, bro.
You did your damn thing.
Bro, but Mido, I rate her because
Mido,
I
player of the
literally watched her
tournament,
when
golden
we traveled.
boot.
I literally
Then
watched
we
her.
now have Vivian Mido more. Arsenal is cooking
Yo,
something in
you
men
guys should
and
start
women.
watching WSL, bro. Like, I think we need to actually like try new things. Honestly,
I do watch some games. I'm not even gonna act like I'm consistent, but I keep up because I follow Arsenal women. I
Mhm.
keep up.
But you know what's funny? You know, it's in my support WSL,
City.
Chelsea.
I mean, they signed Sam Kerr last season. Their coach is
season.
outstanding.
Bro, Emma Hayes is the reason why I support.
The coach is outstanding.
Actually, you know my favorite player, my Frank Kirby. She's on the
Yeah.
Chelsea team, bro.
But
Ah.
I'm sorry, I'm not taking anybody over Miedema.
Because of our but that goal record is mad.
Miedema is the GOAT, bro.
When I heard 100 goals, 110 games, I'm just like,
Miedema is
nah.
the GOAT, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not taking. Arsenal scored 6 goals in the game. She had 5 goals, 10 goals. She had 6 goals, 4 assists.
Viv.
But this was a couple years ago.
But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be an exciting season as well.
Yeah.
Too. A lot of things are happening.
Big up the Lionesses. They did what the Lions couldn't do.
But
But yeah, we've come to the end of the
I'm actually
first.
still pissed about Ronaldo, but we're gonna let it go.
Come to the end of the first episode of the Highline podcast for the year. Make sure to give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and all social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to listen to the Highline podcast. Strap in, buckle up, fasten your seatbelts.
We
The
coming.
ride is about to take off.
We coming.
I don't recommend you saying we coming because I don't like Fuad just because he's a Spurs
Just
fan.
right.
But
Oh yeah, shout out Culture Comes. You saw Culture Comes. He made
Yeah.
the news. Oh man,
yeah,
big up,
big
you,
up
bro.
culture comes. But yeah, we coming.